If you're looking for the best sports memorabilia and card break room on the internet, you've come to the right place. Welcome to Ultimate Autographs Live Break Room. Tonight's action will move fast, so we want to prep you for what you're about to see on your screen. First, the all-important dice roll number. At the top of the show, the host will randomize a series of numbers. The number selected from the randomizer will become the dice roll number for the entire show. Meaning every mystery box that is broken, the names of every collector will be placed on a list and randomized using the dice roll number for the show. Next, you see this black ticker down here? This shows you which numbers are still available in each and every Ultimate Autographs mystery box series. When a break fills or sells out, the host will ask for a number. This is where you make your selection from. Simply type a number in the chat, and the host will pick the first number they see. Throughout the show, you may see two different types of breaks: divisional and top spot. Divisional breaks are most common. In this format, all 8 individuals who enter a football-themed break will be positioned next to one of 8 football divisions after their names are randomized using the show's dice roll number. When the mystery box is opened, the football division of the team represented in that mystery box becomes the winning division. The lucky collector whose name is randomly placed next to that football division takes home the signed piece of authenticated memorabilia. Our top spot format is typically reserved for giveaways, college-themed series, and non-football breaks. In a top spot break, all names are added to a list. They are randomized using the show's dice roll number. At the end of the randomization, the name at the top becomes the winner of the signed item or prize. Breaking sports memorabilia has never been easier or more fun than it is in Ultimate Autographs Live Break Room. Remember, every mystery box series you see on the show can also be purchased as a personal mystery box that is either shipped directly to your home for you to open, or you can request to have it opened on a future Ultimate Autographs Live Breaks broadcast. Also, while you're waiting for your break to fill, we encourage you to look around ultimateautographs.com to see if you find a piece of memorabilia you love and want to add to your collection. And don't forget, every live break spot you purchase automatically earns you 6% back in UA cash that you can later exchange for a mystery box or a signed item of your choosing. All right, the time has come. Let's break some certified, authentic sports memorabilia in Ultimate Autographs Live Break Room. Tell them, boys.
Hello and welcome to Ultimate Autographs. I'm Kamen here with Steven, and we've got a great show today, Steven. We have 6 things on our site, but the best one is our brand new mini-series. You were in here with me last Wednesday when we went crazy on the noon show, crazy on the 7 o'clock show. Last Wednesday, we went crazy for Jamar Chase. Throw these guys up on the screen. We went crazy for Jerry Rice. We have that same Jamar Chase mini. We've got our Jerry Rice Eclipse mini. Andre Johnson Amp, one we had last week. Devontae Adams, Lunar on the Packers. Jay Jettas, Justin Jefferson, the most receiving yards in the first 2 seasons of an NFL career. Kenny Galladay, who, believe it or not, led the NFL in receiving touchdowns in 2019. Tyreek Hill, the fastest receiver in the game on a flash. Stephon Diggs, who led the league in receiving yards last season. So it's called the Hands Team. Got a whole bunch of great receivers in that series. Definitely want to get rolling with that break. We're 5 slots away from that one. I do also want to high point one other series that is pretty new on the site. I believe all the headliners are out here as well. We dropped this last night. We got a Dwight Freeney flash. Antonio Gates flash, Stephon Diggs flash, Devontae Adams on the Lunar, Sean Alexander on the Lunar, Lawrence Taylor on the flash, Terrell Suggs on the Lunar, and Jalen Ramsey as well. So it's really good. Those 2 series are ones we definitely want to get rolling with because they're fresh. How are you, Steven?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Rob is asking, what are you in, Josh? We'll get started, though. We'll get started with our dice roll. We need 6 or higher to play. 3 won't do. 4 won't do. 3rd time's the charm. How about a 7? That's your favorite number, right, Steven?
Yes, it is.
Awesome. That's going to bring us some good luck. 8 worked for us last Wednesday. It'll be 7 this time. What's up, guys? Says Tyson. How are you, Tyson? We're doing great. Looking forward to ripping some minis today. For our taste item of the day. Let's see what we got. All right, the multi-sport slabs. But speaking of headliners being out there, I know we pulled the Cooper Cup, but every other headliner is still out there in this series. So that's a great chase to do. Hopefully James Kilborn's in here. He's a huge slab guy. Maybe we can get rolling on those slabs today, Steven.
Sounds like a plan.
As for our Dutch item of the day, we have a Jason Taylor, Sean Alcaraz. Are you in here, Sean Alcaraz? We've got a Jason Taylor full-size authentic lunar helmet. The only small issue, really, it's not even an issue, is there was a little slice and dice box cutter at the warehouse. Someone opened it up, and there's a little slice on the top of the helmet. You can barely see it there. You won't really see it if you display it. So it's in pretty good shape. It's up for $440. Jason Taylor, Pro Football Hall of Famer, 2006 Defensive Player of the Year. He's 7th all-time in career sacks, 5th all-time in forced fumbles. So one of the very best defensive linemen of all time. Don't think I see what's going on here, guys. Dutch is. Sean wants another Dutch next month. He just bought a Dolphins Dutch. Sean, that's all right. You don't have to buy all the Dolphins Dutches. This is a beautiful Dutch. It's not just for Sean, it's for everyone else. I promised Sean we would get a Dolphins Dutch as soon as we had it. Here you go, Sean. No pressure. You don't have to buy this. Anyone else is welcome to buy it. We also have a Deion Sanders Flash replica that I plan on running as a Dutch tonight. Tyson Langston pulled Antonio Gates from Mr. January last night. So that is the only headliner gone in that series. That's Antonio Gates, 7th all-time, Steven, in career receiving touchdowns, 1st all-time among tight ends. So let's go.
Tight ends of my lifetime.
Yeah, he's the best we've seen. So let's see. Let's get rolling on a break. We don't have any breaks filled up, but we're closing in on those minis. 4 away on the minis, 3 away in Mr. January. It's almost as if people were watching what I was hyping up. We are close. Sean says, no, it's for me. Take it off and save it for me in February. Okay. Well, we can't take it off right now. This is open for the public. But Sean,
it's going to be gone by February.
It'll be gone by February. So better hop in now if you want it. Joshua Russell is in the mini helmet. Joshua Russell got the Jerry Rice mini in our last series, the Ray Lewis, the Andre Johnson amp. Those same helmets that we're looking at, Joshua, excuse me. I believe those are pretty nice. Did you get those delivered to you, Joshua? Tell the folks how sick those minis are. Bob says, hello, Kamen. Question, as the mystery box Hans Team shows is sold out, is it a break room only series or is the website incorrect? It should not be a break room only series.
Let's
look. I literally just looked. I don't know why it shows up as, it does show up as sold out.
Yeah.
Let's make it available for a personal, Steven.
How many?
Let's do 5 to start. 5 to start. So we'll give you guys a chance on the personals. I'll double check with our team tonight for the night show, but I personally want to give you guys a shot to get a personal in that one. Would love to get rolling with that one. I'm in Mr. January break number 1, says Rob. Okay. Looking forward to Mr. January. I'll tell you guys this about Mr. January. Besides those headliners in that series, we've got a Tyreek Hill, a Brian Dawkins, an Edrin James, a Dallas Clark, a Fred Taylor, Mike Singletary, and Jamal Charles. Those are all guys that are not headliners in that series. So Mr. January is a great series to get going on. The 2 that I want to do today are really Mr. January and the Hans Team, because those are new. But I'll say Hurricane Ditka is also pretty good. We've only pulled 2 headliners in this series. It was Tyreek Hill and Jalen Ramsey. We still got J.J. Watt, one of the best defensive players in the game. Doug Williams on a flash. Mike Ditka himself, the coach. Ray Lewis, one of the great linebackers of all time. And then Marshall Faulk as well. I think Ray Lewis is first career in all-time tackles, I believe, Steven. So that's a great list of headliners. That Ray Lewis, Marshall Faulk, Mike Ditka helmet are ones that I definitely would like in that series. So just letting you guys know what we have in the inventory. It's up to you guys what you want to play. Steve Myers is in here. Robert Swim, Joshua Russell, Jason Brown, James Kazmarowski, Kyle Mulich, Jeff Rao, Kevin Cantner, Caden Chisholm, Jeremy Fields. These are all folks who have ordered this morning. All folks who we'll see in breaks coming up pretty shortly, Steven.
Yep, but we're 2 away on the Mr. January and the Hands team.
How much is which one to get in? The Hurricane Ditka is $56, Mr. Swim. $56 for Hurricane Ditka. I'm going to drop our live break page link again for the folks who didn't see it up top. And Steven, you know what else I'm going to hit people with? I know we had several people asking about this. Link for referring your friends. Here is a referral program. You refer your friends, you get $30 off. They get $30 off on a break. For you to get your $30, they must enter the break. So you don't get those until they've entered. Hands team is $39 and Hurricane Ditka is $56. Rob Swim. Hurricane Ditka is full-size authentics. Hands team is our minis. It is a double box break though. So you've got a shot to win 2 minis. And we were rolling with quads last Wednesday, Steven. Joshua Russell was in here. Joshua Russell had the AFC North in a quad break. Got Ray Lewis, Derek Mason, and Johnny Manziel. One spot, got 3 helmets, one of them a headliner. It was wild.
Yeah.
Whole lot of fun with those minis, guys. Let's get rolling on those. Something I'm looking forward to doing for sure.
All right. Well, we're gonna have a break.
What do we got? Is it
Start
Mr.
out with the double box mini?
Double box mini?
Tyson Langston coming in and closing out those last 2 spots.
Oh, what's up, guys? Joshua, we're talking about your incredible run. Believe it or not, Steven, that was 1 week ago. We have sold out 3 mini-series since that week. The minis are hot. It's what people like, and Joshua Russell knows that firsthand. We're talking about your incredible hits last Wednesday, Joshua. Maybe you got more luck coming this Wednesday, possibly. We'll find out. We'll find out shortly.
Hands team is ready for you.
Hands team is ready. We've got Caden Chisholm, Kevin Cantner, Kyle Mulich, Jason Brown, Joshua Russell, Steve Myers, Tyson Langston. We already got a box number 7. I hope so, says Joshua. I'll tell you what, Steven, we'll post the second break as a double. Give folks a chance to hop in for the cheaper price. If we get 3 other people in here agreeing with Joshua, we'll make the third break a quad. So if you guys want a quad on the minis, let us know for the third break if you guys want to do a quad. 7 is going off the ticker. It is a double box break, so we need 2 numbers. We've got 1 through 12 on the ticker, guys. 1 through 12. 7 is going off. 1 more number. So if you guys are down for a quad, let us know. I'm happy to make the third break a quad. Steven is putting up the second one as a double. All right, 7 and 10. Thank you very much, Kevin. I'm going to get those right now. 7 and 10. Looking to get this series started with a bang.
Sounds like a plan. And Bob, the minis are now available as personals.
Perfect. Minis are up as personals. We're doing the first break as a double, the second break as a double, and I'm game for a quad on the third break if that's what you guys want. All right, so we have 7 and 10. We're going to get started on this series, but first, let's find out what division our great folks are going to be in. It was literally about this time, exactly 7 days ago, that the very first break in this mini-series, which has a similar headliners, the first break, Jerry Rice went on the very first box.
Mm-hmm.
We were in here, box 5 it was last week, I believe. Very first box. That was crazy. 7 on the dice roll. 7 on the dice roll. All right. Take it down. We've got Caden in the NFC North, Tyson in the NFC South. NFC East is Kyle Mulich. Jason Brown in the NFC West. That's where Jerry Rice is. Joshua Russell has his beloved AFC North. Steve Myers in the AFC South. By the way, AFC North is the Jamar Chase. That's the one headliner he didn't hit last week. Tyson Langston, AFC East. Thank you for the close, Tyson. and Kevin Cantner, 8FC West. All right, let's go. First break of the day. First box of the Hands Team mini-series. This is the guy we see in here a lot. John Alcaraz. This is another one you would like. Rob Anderson, if you're watching. Here's another Mercury Morris. Dolphins running back from 1969 to 1975. One of the cleanest signatures in the game. He was part of the first 1,000-yard rushing duo. Him and Larry Tsonka both went for over 1,000 rushing yards. A part of the 1972 Dolphins undefeated team. Chris Roberts popped the champagne. He actually led the NFL in rushing touchdowns in 1972. So he was not only part of the team, he was arguably the star of the team, the 72 undefeated Dolphins. He, of course, is one of the all-time great running backs. Mercury Morris, that is the AFC East. Tyson Langston. Do you believe in closer magic? Because it's certainly a thing. Richard Adcook, if you're watching, closer magic strikes again. Tyson, congratulations. Good start, Steven. Good start.
Good start indeed.
I love the minis in this series, and I love the Dolphins. I mean, all the Dolphins gear is some of the best looking stuff. Some of my favorite team colors. Dolphins, Jaguars look pretty similar. Really like the Chargers as well. Nice, I like it, says Tyson. Cool. Well, I'm glad you're happy, Tyson. That's what we want. We want our winners and our folks and our customers being pretty happy. Tyson, you know this. You can win again in the same break. That is why it's called a double box break. Box 7 and 10. So here's 10, my third favorite number. Could be something good. Oh, I don't see the thing telling us who it is.
Probably in the bag.
Probably in the bag. You are right. It is, in fact, in the bag, Steven. This is another decent hit. We have a Pro Football Hall of Famer. Hall of Fame 2014, Walter Jones. Seattle Seahawks, one of the all-time great offensive linemen. 9-time Pro Bowler for the Seahawks. Walter Jones, 6th overall pick out of Florida State. NFL 2000s All-Decade Team. Pro Football Hall of Famer Walter Jones on the old school Seattle Seahawk mini. That is going to the NFC West. Jason Brown had one spot in there. You know this, Steven. All it takes is one to win. Walter Jones. Congratulations, Jason. Very nice. I hit Morris in the loaded dice. 10 out of 10. It was super nice, says Kevin. Speaking of the loaded dice, Kevin's doing my work for me, Steven. We are dropping the loaded dice tonight. Tonight at 7 o'clock. I'll be back here breaking. Mike will be producing. We are dropping the loaded dice tonight at 7. It's going to be awesome. It is definitely loaded. Great group of headliners in that series. So we'll be doing loaded dice tonight at 7. Excellent. Fill out Mr. January yet, Steven?
We are 1 away.
All right, one spot away in Mr. January. We saw the closer magic by Tyson Langston on the Mercury Morris. So let's see who will close us out in Mr. January. How else are we looking on the break page right now?
Otherwise, on the break page, we're halfway home on Hurricane Dicka, so 4 slots remaining.
Okay.
6 slots remaining in the multi-splab series. 6 slots remaining in the hands down mini helmet number 2. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Sweet.
6 in spanning through time and 7 in all the small things.
All right, Bob asks, what minis were pulled? Bob, we pulled the Mercury Morris, one of the great running backs of all time, and we pulled the Hall of Fame offensive lineman, Walter Jones, for the Seahawks. Jason Brown and Tyson Langston getting the dubs in there. Awesome. You got it, Bob? You got it. I know a lot of folks like to track what gets pulled, what doesn't get pulled. Let's do spanning through time, says Caden Chisholm. That's a good idea. We have only, 12 jerseys left in spanning through time. We get that series done. We will drop a brand new jersey series We have a couple good ones left. Maurice Jones-Drew, one of my favorite nicknames in sports, is in that series. Happy to do Spanning Through Time. We have 6 slots remaining in that one. That'd be great to do. You guys know this. I like hitting for the cycle or breaking for the cycle, doing one of each break. That's my goal. I would love to see at least one of each break done so you guys can see what's in all of our breaks. But definitely want a long show today. Hoping to stay on until at least 2 o'clock. Hopefully 3 o'clock if things go well. We'll find out. That's up to you guys. Steven?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to just straight up lay it on you. I'm not even going to mess around. I'm going to ask you a question and ask the chat. Let's not mess around. Who is going to win the Super Bowl this year? I'm going to hit you straight with the big question because playoffs are starting on Saturday. Super Bowl predictions. Who makes it? Who wins it? What do you guys think?
Which one? Which prediction do you want?
I want both.
I have multiple style predictions.
Okay, multiple predictions for Steven.
Like my aggressive prediction?
It
will be Packers-Bengals.
Okay.
Packers will win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
What I think might actually happen, though,
okay,
in the heart of hearts,
okay,
probably Chiefs-Buccaneers again.
Okay, I've got Chiefs-Bucks rematch, and I think this year the Chiefs win. They fixed their offensive line. They had all those offensive linemen that struggled last year in the Super Bowl, partly because of injury. They got 4 fresh offensive linemen. The Bucks are without Chris Godwin. They're without Mike Evans, I think, has been banged up as well. They're obviously, he'll play, but they're obviously without Antonio Brown and Chris Godwin. They won't be there. They were there in the last Super Bowl.
Scotty Miller.
So Cowboys, Bills, says Rob Swin. Stephanie Simpkins. Stephanie, I'm rolling with the Chiefs. She knows what's up. Anthony Jimenez says Patriots. My preseason picks were Buffalo, Seattle, so I'm going with Bills Mafia, says Bob. All right. I'm cheering for an AFC winner. I want the Chiefs, but I think the Bengals and Bills are 2 franchises that deserve a Super Bowl as well. Those are the ones that I'm rolling with.
Deserve a playoff win.
They haven't won a playoff game in 30 years. It's tied for the 4th longest drought in NFL history. Active longest drought, tied with the Lions, I think.
No one has sent the text about a Bengals playoff victory.
What do you mean no one sent the text?
Because the first text was sent in 1992.
Oh, I like that.
No one's texted anyone saying, "Oh my gosh, the Bengals won a playoff game."
Okay, well, hey, the Bengals are a big draw right now. They're hot. They beat the Chiefs, and of course, you guys know this.
Catching James Raiders.
Yeah, we've got Jamar Chase in our mini helmet series. Jamar Chase. 4th in the NFL in receiving yards as a rookie. This man has a bright future. The 2019 Biletnikoff Award winner for top receiver in college football. More than 1,800 receiving yards. Joe Burrow threw it to him in college. Joe Burrow's throwing it to him right now. Jamar Chase, one of the big names in our Hands Team miniseries. I went to school in Central New York, so I'm rooting for Western New York, says Bob. Okay. The Bills deserve it. They've got one of the best, if not the best, fan base in football. I think it would be cool for the Bills to win a Super Bowl.
I would love to see them win the Super Bowl. I just don't know.
if not the Chiefs, I would pull for the Bills and Bengals.
I would really
two franchises that deserve it.
I think the Bills would. Both Bills and Bengals are teams that need to be at home.
It's important for them.
I'm not sure how Buffalo's going to handle going to Kansas City. And honestly, people are sleeping on the Titans.
Yeah.
If Derrick Henry comes back, he's not only just healthy, he's well rested.
Yes, he is.
And that's scary.
Titans never seem to get enough respect, but I will tell you this, Steven. I'm going to be one of the people sleeping on the Titans because I think the Bengals beat the Raiders, and I think the Bengals upset the Titans in round 2.
There you go.
I've got Chiefs-Bengals in the AFC Championship.
I would love to see that.
How many for Spanning Through Time, says Caden? How many are left? I think there's 12 left, and we have how many slots
left? 7 left.
7 slots left in Spanning. 6 slots left in Spanning Through Time. 7 left in all the small things. We got 4 in Hurricane Ditka, 1 in Mr. January. Let's close out Mr. January, guys. 4 away in Multi-Sport Slabs. That's our chase. 5 away in Hands Team, number 2. We did have Joshua Russell asking for a quad. If you guys would like to do a quad for the next Hands Team, let us know. We definitely need at least 4 folks agreeing to a quad before we post it. But happy to do a quad if we get enough people wanting them. Let's fill them, guys, says Caden. Let's do it, Caden. I'm on the same page. One upset that I'm looking at this week, Chris Roberts doesn't like this, but I'm looking at the 49ers potentially upsetting the Cowboys. I think the 49ers have won a bunch of playoff games. They were in the Super Bowl a couple years ago. The Cowboys have won 3 playoff games since '97. This is a very talented Dallas team, but Dallas is the one team that I can see going all the way and winning it or losing in the first game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to... You already know my thoughts on it. I don't need... Chris Robert already knows my thoughts on it, but you do have Mr. January ready for you.
All right, Mr. January is ready. Thank you very much. I think Tyson Langston...
I agree with your first half is that the Cowboys could be in the Super Bowl. They have the talent, they have the weapons, they have all that. It's will they get out of their own way?
Yeah. Joshua Russell, we like the Cowboys, by the way. We got to make bold predictions. Steven and I both like the Cowboys. Yep, James, Mr. January's closed.
They don't bother me, I should say. As much as I know Chris, it may not seem like that to Chris Roberts.
Sure.
But
All right.
they have the talent. They do. They
Speaking
really do.
of the Cowboys, we have another huge Cowboys fan in here, Dakota Neff. That might be a carryover order. Kevin Cantner, Jeff Rout, James K., Robert Swim, Regimo Taglacott, and Tyson Langston. Mr. January number 1. If we can get a box number, guys. Green Bay at home will be hard to beat.
Yep.
San Francisco beats Dallas this weekend. That's what James is rolling with. How did the Bills do this year at GEHA? What's GEHA?
It's a field, probably.
Oh, the field.
Probably
okay.
a field.
I'll tell you this. The Bills, honestly, didn't do that great at home this year. And I saw a stat that Josh...
Is that, what's GEHA? Gillette something?
Gillette Stadium? I'm not sure.
No, it's not.
But 3-8. All right, so Tyson, you were just barely beaten by James. It looks like you guys came in at the same time, but James
Very
shows
close.
up closer on my screen. So I'm going to go with 3 on Mr. January. 8 is my favorite number, though, so I want to do that one next. So
We're halfway home on the doubles.
I'm calling a Rams-Titans Super Bowl, says C-Boss.
Hey.
It's
That's
the
classic.
Government Employees Health Insurance. It's the new name for Arrowhead. The Bills did win at Arrowhead earlier this season. I was going to say that Josh Allen has actually struggled in cold weather games. He's at home playing in a cold weather game this weekend. 3 is Rob Swim's lucky number. Okay, Rob, let's
Yeah,
put it
but
to
he's
the
a
test.
running quarterback, so he can make up for it.
He can make up for it. All right. 3 and Mr. January. I think all the games are pretty wide open this weekend. I think outside of maybe the Chiefs, Steelers, and the Eagles, Bucks, I think that all the games are wide open, Steven. I can see the 49ers or Cowboys winning. I can see the Rams or Cardinals winning. I can definitely see either of the Pats or Bills winning. Rams, Cardinals, Pats, Bills, they both split the regular season matchup. I see the Bengals beating the Raiders. I do have the Bengals in the AFC title game.
I do hope, though,
But-
for the Jimmy Butter's sake, that the Raiders give them some hope for a few quarters.
Yeah, a well-rested Henry will be a monster to deal with, says Seaboss. Indeed.
Yeah, that's I agree.
Indeed.
And is AJ Brown going to come back?
I'm not sure. A.J. Brown let me down in fantasy this year, so not a big fan of his.
Not a lot of people. So.
Yes, he did. All right, Mr. January. It's a beautiful looking helmet, Steven. The Rams helmets are great. We've got Nolan Cromwell. Oh, you know what? Excuse me, before I do that, I got too excited. We didn't see anything. We're randomized for our divisions. I got way too excited here, Steven. Too excited for the break. I almost forgot to randomize divisions. Let's throw you guys in the randomizer. Helmet's going to be the same, though, because it's the box number, so you guys will probably see who takes home this dub already. But you know what? I got to throw you guys in the randomizer before I get too excited here. So let's do that. Throw you guys in the randomizer, and let's see what we got on the divisions. All right, here we go. Throw the randomizer up. We're going 7 times on the divisions. Let's see what we got here. 3, 4. Boy, I haven't done that since one of my first weeks here. Maybe I'm so pumped for the break, Steven, that I jumped the gun, pulled the item before we had the divisions. So here are the divisions. There's the look at your divisions. I already pulled the helmet. You guys probably saw who it is. It's Nolan Cromwell, 1980 Defensive Player of the Year. James Kazmarowski with the hit. Nolan Cromwell, former LA Rams corner, 97 to 87, Steven. 4-time Pro Bowler, 3-time first-team All-Pro, the UPI NFL Defensive Player of the Year 1980, 37 career interceptions, a beautiful looking helmet. Nolan Cromwell, very nice. Very, very nice. Congratulations, James, getting yourself the dub.
K getting on the board.
James K. Cromwell. Sweet. James is calling a big upset for Big Ben. Okay, well, James got a win in the break. Maybe he's got some luck coming his way.
Pulling a Ray Lewis? No, he didn't announce. Did he? He didn't announce his retirement officially yet, did he?
I don't think so, but
he's been hinting at it.
He's been hinting at it. He was crying after his last home game. I think this is it for Ben.
Well, he ain't getting another home game.
Nice win, James, says Bob.
He ain't getting another one.
Cardinals haven't been the same since losing to the Lions. They lost their top weapon for Murray. Don't see them getting past the Rams. I do have the Rams winning, for the record. I definitely have the Rams winning, but nothing would shock me in these playoffs. We've had more upsets this year than any other year, so it's crazy.
Yeah, but this could be the, I believe, is DeAndre Hopkins coming back?
I think DeAndre Hopkins is out. They said he might come back for the NFC Championship.
Oh, that's
if they
how
get
far
that
out
far.
he is. Okay.
So he's not that close to coming back.
They aren't the same team, but they're going to have to play a different style of football to beat the Rams.
Yeah. I love that blue color for their helmet. To be completely honest, not counting the flashes, like the regular team helmets, this is the best looking helmet in the NFL. This is a regular Rams helmet. No team has better helmets than the Rams do in these looks. So James is happy. He's a Green Bay Packer fan, by the way. The Packers' big hurdle is getting past the NFC Championship. They've been in 2 straight NFC title games, and they've lost them both, Steven. Could the third time be the charm?
You seem like a nice guy. I am not a Packer fan at all, but this is their year.
This is the Packers' year?
Everything is lining up. If the Packers don't make it, then I don't know what else you guys can do.
Okay.
Because I think you and I went over, I don't know what week it was, but
it was last week.
If you go down the list of teams that are in the playoffs for the NFC,
they're all warm weather teams. Or dome teams.
Or the Eagles. So, I mean, Tom Brady obviously has experience in the cold and come up there and beat you, but
sure.
But if you got Matt Stafford or Kyler Murray coming in there, you've got to feel pretty confident that you're going to be going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's true.
And if you're there, anything can happen.
It'd be interesting to see what happens with Rodgers this season if Green Bay wins or if Green Bay doesn't win. I think a lot of people thought he was out the door. If he wins a Super Bowl, does he come back? If
apparently
he makes a Super Bowl,
their relationship has been repaired.
It's been repaired.
I don't know how well.
Okay.
But when you break a glass, Kamen, and you put it back together, is it the same?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a great question.
And these are the questions.
James is saying Cards hadn't been the same since Green Bay beat them with half their team out with COVID.
Well, the Cardinals, they like to get hot, and then they like to go like 9-0 to start the year, and then that's when they fall back off the wagon.
They faltered last year. Interesting thing about the Cardinals.
Same thing last year. Exactly.
They're 8-1 on the road this season. So if you believe in that type of stuff, they have the road field advantage against the Rams.
If the matchups, so for the Cowboys, for example, I felt bad for them. Because they
got the 49ers is a brutal matchup.
They have an exciting young team. Like, they're talented.
Sure.
All of that. They got to catch the Niners. And then if, let's say it matched up differently and they caught the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray's 9-0 in Texas Stadium.
That's true.
For his career.
I think the Cowboys. I don't think
they're the way, unless they somehow got the Eagles.
Yeah, the Cowboys got a tough draw with the 49ers. Yeah. I think the 49ers are more dangerous than the Cardinals. I think the 49ers are more dangerous than the Eagles. So all those teams that are hosting playoff games, the most dangerous opponent is the 49ers.
Yeah, they've been to the Super Bowl. Don't be afraid. Don't be surprised if they're going up to Lambeau.
Sure.
For that NFC title game.
Chris Roberts is saying, I can honestly see the Eagles upsetting the Bucks. That could happen. Swim.
The style of play for the Eagles is run the ball. So
they're a running
team.
team.
The ball, you have a chance to win.
Sure. They lost only by 6 last time. They got a backdoor type cover in that game. I do like the Eagles covering 8.5. We're 4 away from the Hurricane Ditka. Rob Swim, We're 4 away from Hans team number 2, and we are 2 away now. And we're 7 away from Mr. January, and we're 2 away from the multi-sport slab. So definitely want to get rolling on all of those breaks. It's going to be a fun show. Got a lot of breaks that are close. I have a feeling that we're going to be on for a long time today. It's going to be a great show. Whole bunch of breaks coming up. Whole bunch of talk about the NFL coming up. But a lot of those guys that we're going to see in the playoffs, guess what, Steven? They are in our series. We got Devontae Adams in the Hans team mini, Jamar Chase, Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs. All those guys are in our series. All those guys.
Jerry Rice's team.
Yeah, Jerry Rice's team is in it. Send a link to Hans. You got it, Rob Swim. I'm going to drop that link for you right now. Hans team mini. We are 2 slots away. That'll make it nice and easy for you, Rob. Quick away quickly and get it done. There's that one. Actually, I'm going to send a couple of links. I'm going to send the links of all the series that are really close right now. We're also really close to multi-sport slabs, which is our chase item of the day. 2 away there, 2 away in Hans team. Those are our 2 closest breaks at the moment. Let's see if we got a closer magic. We'll see what happens.
I believe we did. And you want to guess who it was again? Can you take a wild guess? He's 2 for 2 in closing series today.
All right, Tyson Langston.
You got it.
All right, Tyson, you're killing it, Tyson. Thank you very much for helping us out. I was going to guess it's either Tyson or Bob Boulay. Bob Boulay is a big closer.
Bob's an all-timer when it comes to closing. I mean, he's the Trevor Hoffman, Mariano Rivera of the break room in that regard.
And he likes that reference because he's a Mariano Rivera Yankees fan.
Same here, Bob. My dad accidentally bought 2 signed Mariano jerseys. Would you want to take one off his hands?
There you go. That'd be cool.
Interested.
A little Hoffer jersey.
Yes, it says that on their Hall of Fame whenever he got inducted. 19? Was it 19? Oh, man. I was furious. I believe he did get in on 100%, but I was going to be actually mad if he wasn't 100% voted into the Hall of Fame. And because the reason was he played during the steroid era.
Yeah, and he wasn't using steroids.
Yeah, you know he wasn't. He was just...
The dude was unbelievable in the playoffs, too. Outside of that game against the Diamondbacks, where Luis Gonzalez got that little lucky hit to win the World Series, he was lights out in the playoffs.
Those are one of the few men.
Yeah.
More men have walked on the moon than runs scored on Mariano Rivera in the playoffs. That's enough that said about that situation.
So Bob is 2, so your dad may not be getting him off Bob. But Tyson's coming in with 4 and 8 on Hans team number 2. I'm going to take 4 and 8 off the ticker. I'm going to add a couple more boxes in Hans team. And Steven, let's post the next one as a quad. We had, I believe, 3 people. Let's try the quad, see how the quad goes, and we can go back to a double if we have issues with the quad. So we can do a quad on the next Hans team. Get that series moving.
Hey, Bob, my dad bought 2. He bought one that says Enter Sandman, and he bought the other one that says Hall of Fame, the year he made it. And he asked me which one we should keep, and I told him to keep the Enter Sandman.
I love that. That's the music that plays when he walks out there.
Mm-hmm. And Rob will do the quad.
Okay, let's do a quad. We'll roll with the quad for the 3rd one, see how we do on that one. We do well, we'll make the next few quads, then we can always go back down to a double at some point if need be. All right, not going to jump the gun here. We're going to randomize for the divisions first before we do this break. Quads are great. It keeps the minis moving, guys. My goal is to get those minis done today. Hopefully we do about half in this show and half in the night show. How does that sound for a plan, Steven?
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good. We sold them out last Wednesday. Let's do it again. All right, take the randomizer down. These are going to be our divisions. For Hans team number 2, Steve Myers in the NFC North. There's a Devontae Adams in the NFC North. Jeff Rao, NFC South. We have Jason Brown, NFC East. NFC West, Chris Spearing, you're in the big one. There's Jerry Rice is out there. Kevin Cantner, AFC North. Jamar Chase is out there. Steve Myers, by the way. Jay Jetta's Justin Jefferson is out there as well. AFC South, Tyson Langston, the closer. AFC East, Tyson Langston. Then Kevin Cantner out of the AFC West. I love that Tyreek Hill flash in this series. Big fan of flash helmets. Big fan of the cheetah. Tyreek Hill, one of the best receivers in the game.
The quadruple is live.
All right, the quad is live. We'll roll with the quad for the next few breaks if you guys fill them up on the Hans team. All right, here we go. Come on, card. Okay. Well, we're talking about this team. And
What box number is this?
this is box 4. We've got Eric Moulds, a former Buffalo Bills receiver, 96/05. He had more than 1,300 receiving yards in 98 and 2000. 3-time Pro Bowler, Buffalo Bills, Eric Moulds. The only shame, Steven, he was 5 yards shy of 10,000 for his career in receiving yards. He's got to pull a Mr. 3,000 and come back and play one game and get a 5-yard catch.
He's got to get one route down.
One route down. How did he retire? That is what is Richard Atcook watching? I hope he's watching. You said Tyson Langston closed 2 out of 3 breaks.
Mm-hmm.
He called out the box numbers.
3 out of 3.
3 out of 3.
Closed all 3 breaks.
All 3 breaks. Tyson Langston. More closer magic. More box number magic. You've got yourself Eric Moulds, one of the best receivers in our time in the early 2000s. Really remember him playing. He was fun guy to watch. I think Doug Flutie might have been his quarterback for a little bit there. Doug Flutie played for the Bills. Actually, Eric Moulds might have been part of the last Bills team to make the playoffs, maybe before Josh Allen came along. The Bills had a long playoff drought as well. So, very nice. Let's go, says Tyson Langston. Tyson's on fire. On fire to start the show. Congratulations, Tyson. I think I need to do this more often, LOL. You got to close, man. Closer magic is a thing. It's a thing.
When Robert entered the quad break.
We're moving on the quad break?
We got one, yeah. Rob,
Awesome.
Mr. Rob Swim Robert.
All right. Thank you very much, Rob. All right. Second box of the series, box number 8. My favorite number. So this could be something good. Caden says, we fill in spanning through time. Let's fill it, Caden. Let's make it happen. I would love to do a spanning through time jersey break. All right, here we go. I think this one is also inside. I know this.
Time? Is it time, Kamen?
It's time for a headliner.
Let's go!
It is the worst headliner in the series by far, but don't sleep on this man.
Don't sleep on him.
Kenny Galladay. He led the NFL in receiving touchdowns in 2019. He struggled with injuries this year. Bob Blake can tell us Kenny Galladay hasn't played very much this year. He's got a beautiful signature, though, and had a great season in 2019.
That's gonna be your 2022 comeback player of the year, since the Giants made a great decision to
Getting rid of Joe Judge. See you later, Joe.
Thank you.
All right, Kenny Galladay. I know he's by far the worst headliner in this series, but he is a headliner, and you know what that means. We got the worst headliner gone. That means all the other good headliners are coming up. Kenny Galladay, very nice. Jason Brown, all it takes is one spot to win.
He got
Jason won it.
Oh, boy.
Didn't he win earlier with one spot as well?
Yes, he did.
All right, so Jason Brown and Tyson Langston are sniping. They're winning. They're grooving. They're the two guys who are running the break room at the moment. Kenny Galladay, very nice.
Had a few good years in Detroit, then signed a nice deal with the Giants. I know Bob's probably not thrilled with his result, but again, when Joe Judge is your coach, I don't think a lot's going to work for you anyways.
Who's left on the jerseys, Mr. Host says Chris Roberts. I believe on the jerseys. Now, we could have had 1 or 2 go as retail orders, so I can't 100% guarantee. But I believe the ones we haven't pulled in the break room, and we haven't done that many retail orders in that series, are Stephon Diggs and Maurice Jones-Drew, our headliners left in that jersey series. So Stephon Diggs will be a really good one. Maurice Jones-Drew, Pocket Hercules, my favorite nickname in sports, Steven.
Nice.
So that would be fun, for sure.
Common, the beautiful thing is we got multi-sports slab number 2 ready for you. And obviously we have another break, I believe, right here.
Awesome, sweet.
No, we don't. That was the second one.
Yeah, Multi-Sports Lab number 1 is ready. Robert Pestiva, Kevin Cantner, Jeff Rao, James Kazmarowski, Larry Rosslin, Jason Hall, and more James K. If you guys have a box number, Multi-Sports Labs number 1, our chase item of the day, you guys will all be entered in for a chance to win some UA cash at the end of the show. We've got 6, 13, 16, 19, 20, and 21. I'll throw this series up. Actually, I don't know if it's going to show up. since it's sold out. Did you post the second one yet?
For what?
Multi-Sport Slabs?
I just got done posting it. Yes.
All right, 13 says James. All right, I'm going to get 13, but I'll let you guys know some of the stuff you can win in this series. Speaking of headliners, we had the first one go off the board yesterday. That was Cooper Kupp, but we've got an Andre the Giant card, a Charlie Sheen card, Deion Sanders baseball card, Josh Allen, speaking of the devil, LeBron James, Mike Trout, Ray Allen, and Trevor Lawrence. LeBron James has more 30-point games than anyone else in the NBA this year, and he's missed a bunch of games, and he's 37. You think the King still has it? Because I think he does.
I think you can draw it up.
He can do it.
But it's definitely not at the same rate and readiness as he was when he was a spry young lad.
Well, LeBron James in his prime is probably the second best player of all time in his prime, behind Michael Jordan. So he's a little past his prime, but I think not much. I think he's still one of, if not the best player.
He's right in his mental prime.
Yeah, he is. All right, so we had 13, I think, right? Lucky number 13.
I will confirm that for you. Yes.
All right, so this time I can pull the item first. It's a top spot break. We pull the item first, and then we go top spot for the winner on Multi-Sport Slabs. All right, here we go. Chase item of the day. We're going to randomize 7 times as our dice roll to see who wins this. But let's see what it is first. All right, so let's see if I can do this better. Mike taught me. You got to rip from the top here. There you go. I did it. First time opening these properly. Ooh, we got a 10 graded card right here, Steven.
Nice.
This baby is a 10. Bob Boulay will like this one. It's a New York Knick Walt Frazier, 2-time NBA champ, 7-time All-Star, averaged about 19, 6, and 6 for his career. Pro Basketball Hall of Famer, Walt Frazier. Very nice. It's a 2020-21 Panini Prism FBA Walt Frazier Fast Break Autographed Auto 10 card. What a beautiful card. It's a Prism. It's a 10. Rated 10. While he may be known to a younger generation of fans for the flashy suits and slick rhymes, Frazier's impact as a player is unquestioned. The Hall of Fame guard spent 10 seasons swishing and dishing for the Knicks, averaging 19.3 points and 6.3 assists. I kind of told you that already, but this is the card. She's a beaut. Walt Frazier. Very nice. I like that one. Had the greatest NBA Game 7 of all time. I believe he was injured. They didn't think he'd play. He went out there and inspired the troops, and the Knicks won the NBA Finals. You know who won the NBA Finals with the Knicks as a player, Steven?
Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson was a bench player on that team. Twice. With this man. Phil Jackson and Walt Frazier were teammates. Very nice.
Back in the New York Knicks prime.
Back when they were winning rings. That's the last time the Knicks won a ring, I believe.
Yep.
In the 70s.
Do you remember the last time they got there to the finals?
98 against the Spurs. As an 8 seed, I think.
99.
Was it 99?
98 was Jordan.
Maybe it was like 98, 99 season. So it would have been 99 that they got.
It was a lockout year. I think it was 98, 99 because Jordan retired.
Sure.
That's when they locked out.
All right, we randomized 6 times. The next click is top spot. You're getting Walt Frazier. 7th click. There it is. We clicked 7 times. It is Robert Pastiva. All right, Robert. Walt Frazier. A 10 on the card. A 10. And it's got the auto on there, too. So it's a 10 and an auto. Walt Frazier. I like that hit. That's a beautiful looking hit. A prism, too, Steven.
Nice.
Look at that. A 10 rated card with the auto. Not even a headliner in this series. Pretty good series, Multi-Sport Slab. Pretty good series.
Oh, Willis Reed was injured. Yeah, Frazier had 30. Yeah,
okay, so Willis Reed was the one that was injured. Frazier's the one who dropped 36 points, 7 rebounds, and 19 assists.
Yep, that would be the greatest Game 7 of all time.
Oh, are you kidding me? That's pretty good. That is a pretty good.
Was it a close game or did they blow them out?
Had to be close if you put up that many assists. You had to play a lot. Probably played the whole game. Holy moly. Walt Frazier.
Shots were going up at a higher rate back then, too.
Yeah, they were.
Believe it or not.
Believe it or not. 60s and 70s, whole bunch of points back then. All right. Multi-Sport Slabs number 1 is in the books. What are we close on right now, Steven?
Close. Let's refresh the web page.
Give it a good old refresh.
Wide open on multi-sport number 2. We're 3 away from the quad break.
Okay.
6 on Mr. January, 3 on Hurricane Ditka, 5 away on Spanning Through Time, and 7 away from all the small things.
That's quite the trio they beat. They beat Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West, and Elgin Baylor.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
That was, I believe, Wilt was past his prime at the time, but still really good when you consider that I believe Elgin Baylor and Jerry West were very well into their prime at the time.
Elgin was like a part-time player averaging 40 a game.
Yeah, that was a...
Like, you gotta be careful with Elgin.
Let's fill the quad. It's a great deal, says Joshua Russell. Jerry the logo, says Bob. That's right. Jerry West is the logo of the NBA. He's really successful executive, too. You know, Kobe Bryant. Jerry West is the guy that pushed for the Lakers to draft Kobe Bryant at the time. So
not only a great hooper, but a great talent evaluator.
Yes, he is. Jerry West is... He
had major influence on the Golden State Warriors dynasty.
Sure did.
He helped the Clippers. I know the Clippers didn't win anything, but he went over to their front office regime, helped them get in line.
Sure.
And obviously, if they're one Kawhi Leonard away from being a threat.
Yeah, that's right. So Jerry West has done a lot for the game, both on the court and off the court with the guys he's getting, as Steven mentioned. So an absolute legend of the game, Mr. Jerry West. Let's fill him up. Let's fill him up. Great values in the quad, says Joshua Russell. Indeed. 3 slots remaining in the quad. Also 3 away from Hurricane Ditka. I'd love to get into the Hurricane Ditka series. We got a lot of good headliners. Mike Ditka, Marshall Faulk, Ray Lewis, J.J. Watt, Doug Williams. We are going to actually lower the Dutch a little bit. Forgot about them. Let's go $380 on the Dutch. From $440 to $380. It is a Jason Taylor full-size authentic. 7th all-time in career sacks. 5th all-time in career forced fumbles. A former Defensive Player of the Year. Of course, a Pro Football Hall of Famer. Really a pretty clean helmet. There's actually just a little slice up top. You can barely... There it is. You can see it on the camera there. Just a little slice and dice at the factory. That's about it. So, could be a good day for Jerry's. We're talking about Jerry West. What about Jerry Rice? Jerry Rice is in our Hands Team mini quad box break. Jerry Rice, the greatest receiver of all time, is one of the coveted items in that Hands Team mini. A whole bunch of great receivers in there. Andre Johnson on an amp, Devontae Adams, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs, Jerry Rice. I mean, you factored this in, Steven. Right now, DeAndre Hopkins is hurt, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think, and maybe I'm sleeping on Cooper Kupp, obviously. I'm sleeping on Cooper Kupp and Deebo Samuel. But you take out the injured Hopkins, Kupp, and Samuel, we have pretty much all the best current receivers in the game in that series. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs. Those are 5 guys we have in there. All 5 are top 10 receivers in the game without question.
I'm pretty sure Cooper Kupp's in that multi-slab somewhere, though.
Cooper Kupp, yeah, I think he actually got pulled.
Oh, he got yanked? Oh.
That's the only one that's been pulled in that series.
The 1-of-1 Nike patch.
Quad, says Rob. Box 11, 13, 26, and 33 for the quad break. So, Joshua, I'll tell you what. We typically go high to low. So, we don't have 26 and 33 yet. We are going to get there soon. We allow those numbers for personals being called out, but we go 1 through 20. But I'm going to post a couple extra numbers there. I'll give you guys some more opportunities. I'm going to post 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 on that quad. So you can have 11 and 13. I'm taking them off the ticker right now, and you can have 2 more, Joshua. Let me know which ones you want. Just the ones we have on the ticker. 15, 16, 17, and 18. 26 and 33 are not available yet, but we get through about 10 more of these. They'll be up on the ticker very shortly. Is that full, or is he just calling them out early? So we're 3 away.
3 away, yeah.
All right, so we're 3 slots away, but Joshua, I'm going to get 11 and 13 for you. I'm going to get 18 for Rob Swim. So we'll need 1 more box number when we get there. We still have 3 slots away, though. That break is not ready to go just yet. 3 away in Hurricane Ditka as well. 6 away in Mr. January. 5 away in the jerseys. 14, says Caden. Joshua had 1. Joshua, you were beaten by Caden, who came in 5/100ths of a second before you. So 11, 13, 14, and 18 on the minis. We already, well, you know what? I took 13, 14. All right, take 14 off. We should be good on those. Sweet.
All right, yeah, we're just waiting to close that out.
I'll take the 18 off as well. I'm going to post 19 and 20. Give you guys a couple more numbers when we get there. So we're just waiting on a close. Tyson Langston, if you guys believe in closer magic, has closed out 3 breaks and gotten himself 2 wins to start the show. So if you guys believe in that sort of thing, hop in now, close out that break, and get yourself some potential closer magic. I definitely want to do a spanning through time. Our guy Caden Chisholm wants to do one of those, as well as Chris Roberts. We have just 5 slots left in that jersey break, and then 3 left in the Hurricane Ditka. There we go, Caden, right on cue, Caden. We're thinking alike. Let's do spanning through time. Let's do it, and let's do more multi-sport slabs. We had Walt Frazier coming out. It's the chase item of the day. Let's keep rolling with that series as well. That's what I'm here for. So, Steven, what team do you think, maybe outside of the Cowboys, do you think the Cowboys are most likely to upset? Who do you think also should be on upset watch this weekend? Is there any team that you gotta, I'm not saying you're gonna pick them to get upset, but who would be on your radar to get upset?
See, that's the problem with the NFL. So like the Steelers aren't beating the Chiefs. Sorry.
Yeah, agreed.
It's over, Big Ben. Who's the 3-6 in the AFC? Is that
3-6? I think is Bengals Raiders.
That's Bengals Raiders. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Bengals.
Or that might be Pats Bills. I'm not sure.
See, I don't really consider the Pats beating the Bills an upset though.
It's not an upset.
Someone that's gonna know the Bills. It's gonna be Bill Belichick.
Exactly. Yeah, Bill Belichick owns the Bills. Bill Belichick schemes up other opponents like no one else.
That's who should be worried. Is the Bills.
The Bills should be worried. We've got a lot of people picking the Bills to go to the Super Bowl. They got to get through the Patriots in the opening round first. It is Mac Jones's first playoff game, but he won the national title with Alabama, so he's not afraid to shine. And the one guy I would say, too, that I like is Joe Burrow. The dude was in his first college football semis last year, put up 8 total touchdowns.
2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah, 2 years ago. 8 total touchdowns, then won the Natty as well. So I think Joe Burrow's one of those young guys that will deliver right away. Mac Jones, I question him. Kyler Murray's played terrible in big games this year. I question him. Matthew Stafford has been terrible in all his playoff games with a bunch of turnovers. I question him. A lot of unproven quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts as well.
People are taking the Eagles over the Buccaneers, and I don't see that. I don't see.
Are a lot of people picking that?
Oh, in our chat, we have a lot of people coming in here being like, "Oh, go Eagles!" But our Eagles are gonna win. I think you're really just discrediting Tom Brady and that that Pierre-Paul's 8-0 in the playoffs. And I think that run defense is going to negate Jalen Hurts in the game, and then he's going to be forced to throw, and then that's when it's going to get real bad.
Yeah, Devontae Smith is pretty good, though. That's a great option to throw to.
I agree, but the problem is he's the only option.
Well, the problem for the Eagles is they're a running team, and the Bucs are a great run defense.
The only way you
matchup issue. The way you can beat the Bucs is by airing it out. So the Bucs could lose to maybe the Packers, maybe the Rams. If things, I mean, they already lost to the Rams this year, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, we'll
and
see.
the Cowboys were even close to beating the Buccaneers. So like,
but it's any given Sunday or Saturday or whatever Monday we're going to be playing though.
I just don't think the Eagles are going to lose to the Buccaneers.
Okay.
And I don't see how that's going to go down. Again, Cardinals Rams. I don't really consider that a huge.
It's not an upset. They split the regular season.
And
they split the regular season.
They know each other so well.
Yeah, they do.
But that might be a coaching advantage, which the Rams clearly have.
Sean McVay is the great coach.
Over Cliff Kingsbury.
He took Jared Goff to the Super Bowl. That's all you need to know.
Which makes the 49ers even scarier. Because Kyle Shanahan owns him.
That's true.
So
Bob brings up a good point. Bucs will be without Godwin, Grayson, AB, maybe Fournette, maybe Ronald Jones. Seaboss is saying, I can see the Steelers beating the Chiefs. It depends on what Chiefs team shows up. They didn't look so good early in the year. Seaboss, I'll tell you this.
Early in the year doesn't
mean much. It's the year, how you're doing now. The Chiefs, you know what the problem with the Chiefs was early in the year? They wanted to go deep. Other
Yeah.
teams tried to take away the deep ball. The Chiefs now are taking the dink and dunk routes.
As
They're
they
going
should.
short.
As they should.
They have the most plays per drive average in the NFL. You think of the Chiefs as the quick strike offense. They're going slow. They had that 90-something yard drive against the Broncos the last game. Chiefs, you know how the NFL figured out the Chiefs early in the year? Well, the Chiefs figured out the NFL the second half of the year. They also had that big addition on their defense, and they've been rolling on D as well. Seaboss,
And
by the
what's the
way,
added benefit of your team getting 9+ play drives from 90 yards deep? What's the added benefit of that?
your defense is resting.
Your defense that is calling your liability is resting.
Sure. And that liability won him the game. Former Mizzou Tiger
Well, at a point.
Nick Bolton got a scoop and score. Yeah.
They played much better. And this is what happened the year they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Seaboss also is asking, what's that found Tom thing that keeps scrolling above the dice roll number? I'm going to work on getting that off there. We used to have a virtual Tom Brady series up on the website. I don't think
We need a new graphic.
I don't think that's still up there. So we got to remove that graphic, Seaboss. I'll check in on our team to get that out, but I believe that is no longer something that is available. We do still have Thirsty Thursday, though. We do have our jersey special. We do have our Refer a Friend program. So most of those graphics are accurate. Just to find Tom is not. All good things must come to an end. Chiefs were exposed early in the year. The blueprint to beat them is out there, is all that I'm saying.
But they adapted.
They adapted, though.
That's the thing.
That's the problem,
They've
T-Boss.
adapted.
They adapted. The NFL said, we're not going to let you go deep. And the Chiefs said, we're going to go short. And they can use the screens. They got Tyreek Hill. They got McCole Hardman. They got a whole bunch of speed.
Chiefs are going to be fine.
The Chiefs, I think, are going to be fine as well. I think they're the team, to me, that's scary because they're playing some good ball right now.
The Raiders are not going to beat the Bengals.
Seaboss?
I'm fairly confident. If I had a confidence pool,
Sure.
well, I don't know how many matchups there are, like 3, but there's 6 total matchups.
There's 6
right?
total matchups.
That's my number one.
Not the Bucks and the Chiefs.
No,
I think the Chiefs and Bucks are 1-2 for me.
I would take the Bengals.
Okay.
I think the Raiders. It's been fun. It's been a great story. This is where it ends. I'm sorry,
They've
Jimmy
won
Butter.
3 in a row.
I hope they win for you because you're going, but I think someone's about to send a text message saying the Bengals won a playoff game.
The Bengals won 32-13 last time out against the Raiders. Joe Burrow had 148 pass yards in that game. So if they can beat them,
like Joey Burrow.
if they can beat them by
I'm riding with
19
them.
without Joe Burrow dominating, they're in good shape.
I'm riding with Joey B and the gang and his boy Jamar Chase. D. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, I'm pretty sure are better than all top 3 options for the Raiders. Darren Waller maybe
Top
when
receivers, but
Receiver.
Darren Waller's a great at tight end.
when healthy,
Sure.
but he's still kind of
Jimmy Butter is about to stick a pin in a Steven voodoo doll. I like that, Bob. That's
He
funny.
can.
Max Crosby will be a force. I mean, all these games are pretty open. We have 2 left in Hands Team Quad Box Break, 6 left in Mr. January, 3 left in Hurricane Ditka, 5 left in Spanning Through Time. Let's fill them up, guys. Let's keep the show rolling. Let's do a whole bunch of breaks. Love chatting with you guys, but we are here to rip some boxes, and rip them we will.
That's fine. If he wants to stick a voodoo and pen in my voodoo doll, that's fine. I'll be happy for him. But I just don't think it's happening.
I actually think James...
I thought Bama was going to beat Georgia. Didn't happen. I'm not right all the time. I'm not right all the time.
Here's the magical thing.
This is the
Everyone
thing.
has been wrong. I don't know those experts on ESPN when they throw up their predictions as to who's going to win. We've had so many experts wrong all year long. I mean, it is going to be crazy in the playoffs. If you think you know what's going to happen, think again. That's how crazy this year's been. There's actually a statistic, Steven. There's been more upsets against the spread this year than any other year in NFL history.
Exactly.
It's a wild year. It's a wild year.
I mean, for God's sakes, the Colts should have been in. But then the Jaguars have the upset of the century. You don't know.
Vegas was not wrong. They had Georgia as a favorite. About time, Bob. You know what Vegas was wrong? Last year, Vegas had the Chiefs as the favorite. They had Gonzaga as the favorite. They had Manchester City as the favorite in the Champions League. They had, what was the World Series? The Braves were the underdog in the World Series. That didn't happen. It's been underdogs left and right winning these championships across all sports, across the world.
That defense
So
was
it's been
legit.
wild.
That defense for Georgia was really something else.
Closed
Simple hole.
on the quad, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get the box numbers We already had them called out earlier, and guess who closed it?
Oh, I wonder who.
I wonder who. Tyson! We see you, Tyson. Tyson closed us out. Excellent, Tyson.
Bob, he's coming for your job, buddy.
Bob, he's coming for your job. 11, 13, 14, and 18 for Peyton Manning.
He's like the David Robinson. Just kidding. Where are we at? Hands, trays.
Where are you, 18? Where you at, brother? There he is.
You want me to do the fourth one as a quad too?
Let's do one more as a quad, then we'll go back to a double, I think, Steven, because it has been moving a little slow. But maybe we just need a baller hit to get it moving, you know?
Hey, you never know.
Yeah, we'll do one more as a quad, guys. If you guys fill up that quad fast, we'll keep going as a quad. If it takes more than 10 minutes to fill, we're going back down to a double, because this took a solid 10 minutes to fill, if not more.
Yeah.
All right, 4 box numbers here. He's welcome to it, says Bob. Okay. Tyson, the new closer. The new closer.
The Mariano Rivera to Bob's Bob Wetland.
That's right. I like
Is
that.
that his name? Is that his name, Bob? I'm pretty sure it's Wetland.
Bob would know.
Yep. That's what my dad would always tell me about.
I feel like your dad and Bob Boulay would get along very well.
Yes. My dad, you could call him the Midwest Bob.
The Midwest
John Wetland.
Bob.
Dang it. John Wetland.
We're going 7 times for your divisions. Here we go. Hands team number 3. We've got Tyson Langston in the NFC North. We got several headliners in there. That is Devontae Adams, Justin Jefferson. We got Joshua Russell in the NFC South. NFC East is Caden Chisholm. Kevin Cantner in the NFC West. Jerry Rice is out there. Michael Livingston, AFC North. Jamar Chase. Kevin Cantner, AFC South. Swim Robert, AFC East. And Tom Sheehan, AFC West. Love that Tyreek Hill in there. The Tyreek Hill flash in the AFC West is great. AFC or NFC West, says Caden. Caden's looking for... Maybe you mean East, Caden. You're in the NFC East? I don't know. I don't know what he's looking for. Oh, those are the divisions he was looking for. He's probably a little behind on the stream, I'm guessing. So we're going to go with 11 first. 11 first on this quad. The next one is up as a quad, guys. It is now 104. Or is it up yet, or is it about to be up?
It's up.
So I'll give you guys until 115. You guys fill that quad at 115. We'll roll with another quad. If it's not filled by 115 as a quad, we're dropping down to a double.
And you'll have Hurricane Ditka to break as well.
Man, how about my dogs, brother, Scott Thompson? Scott, I should never have doubted you. Scott Thompson has been right about everything, getting a bunch of wins.
Yes, if I would have known, you would have brought that Monday energy. I would have went to the dogs.
If Scott Thompson was picking the dogs, you had to go with the dogs.
I rarely do bet against Nick Saban, though. That's, that's not
tough guy to bet against. Is Katrina watching? Look at this hit, Steven. We got Robert Mathis on the mini. Not a headliner in this series, Robert Mathis. NFL all-time leader in forced fumbles. Robert Mathis, 8-time Pro Bowler. He's incredible. 123 sacks, 19th most ever. Super Bowl champ with the Colts. Robert Mathis, one of the best defensive linemen of all time. That would be what, the AFC South? And that is Kevin Cantner. All right, Kevin, nice hit. Robert Mathis, not a headliner in this series. Should give you an idea of how good this series is. Mathis, very nice, Kevin. I like that hit. Robert Mathis. Let's go. Scott Thompson, hop into our break room, Scott.
He already did.
He did.
He closed out Hurricane Ditka.
All right, Scott. Great to have you in here. Let's keep the fire rolling with you. We got Scott some great hits on Sunday night, did we not? You got that Marshall Faulk and got 2 Chief players also. So, Mathis Mini. Robert Mathis. Very nice. I got her Freeney, and I'm sending it to her as soon as it gets here. Very nice. All right, so Kevin Canner has won the first of this quad box break. We have 3 more boxes coming up, Steven. 3 more. It's gonna be fun. Let's keep rolling with these minis, guys. Let's keep rolling. We went with 11 first. We'll go with lucky number 13 next. Bob and Steven are just balling out in the chat, meanwhile.
Sure, we're talking about our favorite closer of all time.
Mariano Rivera?
Yeah.
He's pretty good. He's got to be one of my favorites, too, and I'm not even a Yankees fan.
I went to a game in Minnesota, and I would just watch the radar gun with him, and it was 94 every time.
With the cutter, right?
The cutter, yeah. It was obscene. David Ortiz was on the Twins.
All right, Steven, you know the beauty of a quad and a double box break? One spot can win you multiple items. How about Fred Taylor, 17th all-time in career rushing yards, perhaps the most underrated running back in NFL history, on a beautiful Jaguar flash. Kevin Cantner already got Robert Mathis in the AFC South. How about another one? Fred Taylor. Get yourself a break, Kevin. You are killing, Kevin. Very nice. And that's the beauty of when people call out spread out box numbers. You know, we typically don't have the same players in back-to-back box numbers, or same team rather, but we spread out these box numbers, and Kevin likes it because he's got 2 wins in here in this quad box break. Can he pull a Joshua Russell and get 3? Joshua Russell had 3 hits in the quad box break last Wednesday. Fred Taylor, beautiful mini. This is, I mean, it's the Dolphins and the Jaguars, I think, have the best colors in football. They may not be the best teams, but they've got the best colors.
So when they do become the best teams, their marketing's going to go crazy.
And it's going to go through the roof. Through the roof. Good hits, says Tyson Langston. Indeed. Good hits indeed. That shows you guys this series is pretty good. You know, I know we're looking for all those receiver headliners, but we got a whole bunch of other good items in here.
Which box number are we on now?
We're on 14. We did 11, 13, and now we're rolling with 14. Third box in this quad box break. All right, this is a really good hit. Talking about headliners that are not headliners, a guy that probably should be a headliner. How about one of the all-time great cornerbacks, Ty Law? You fought the Law, and Law won. Even Peyton Manning knows that. Got picked off 3 times in the playoffs by Ty Law. That is an incredible hit. One of the best corners of all time on the Patriots. That is the AFC East. Swim Robert. Get yourself a dub. He wanted that quad so bad, Steven. Now he gets a win in this quad. Ty Law. What a hit.
Ty Law growing up.
Loved Ty Law.
Play some corner.
Yeah, I wasn't a Patriots fan, but he's one of those guys that I just respected.
Exactly. Him and Champ Bailey.
Champ Bailey, yeah.
Yep.
2 guys we see in the break room a lot.
Good, because that's where they deserve to be.
We see a lot of that.
It's not a bad hit ever when one of those 2 come out of the box.
Nice hit, says Joshua Russell. Let's go NFC West, says Kevin. So Kevin got his AFC South hits. Now he wants the NFC West. You know what he wants, right? You know what he wants. He wants Jerry Rice.
He wants Jerry.
That'd be quite a break to get yourself Jerry Rice.
That would be quite the break, actually.
This is fun. I love these quads. Let's keep the quads going, guys. Let's fill out that quad. You guys have another 5 minutes to fill out the quad. Otherwise, we're going to drop down to a double. But we'll keep rolling. We'll roll all day if you guys want to do these minis. Dolphins Eclipse LOL next, says Rob Swim. Okay, well, we already pulled a Mercury Morris in this series, so I don't know if we'll have another Dolphin. Mercury Morris is the most common Dolphin we have in this break room. This is one of the most common guys we have in the break room, Steven. We got Neil Smith, 100 sack club guy. Neil Smith, one of the best defensive linemen of all time. He played with the Chiefs and Broncos, so you know it's an AFC West hit just about every time with Mr. Neil Smith. Led the NFL in sacks in 1993, 6-time Pro Bowler, 2-time Super Bowl champ, won his Super Bowls with the Broncos and John Elway, but some of his best years were with the Kansas City Chiefs. One of my favorite teams, that is the AFC West, that is Tom Sheehan. Tom, congratulations. Neil Smith, very nice. All right, quad box break in the books. Got some good hits in here. No headliners coming out. We have all the headliners left in this series except for Kenny Galladay, who obviously is the worst headliner. We've got Devontae Adams, Jerry Rice, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. Who am I forgetting? I'm probably forgetting someone. That series is so good, I lose track. Stephon Diggs, I think, also is in there. Hands Team Minis. Hands Team indeed. Whole bunch of great receivers in this series. Let's keep it rolling. Appreciate it, fellas, says Rob Swim. Rob, you got the hit of the break. I know Kevin got 2 hits, but you got the best player in Ty Law. Hurricane Ditka's coming up. Scott Thompson closed it out. He's in here. Michael Livingston. Swim Roberts in here again. Kevin Cantner's in here again. Jeremy Field got that Romo the other day. Pulled him a Tony Romo. Jacob Ronning also in here. I believe he might be a Chiefs fan too. So let's do it. We do feed Neil and Mercury breakfast every morning in the basement. We certainly do, Chris Roberts. That is how we roll. If we can get a box number for Hurricane Ditka, number 1. We have 11, 14, 16, 17, 18, and 19 available. Guys, let's help out Caden. Caden is still wanting to do that jersey break. Let's close out the jersey break. Let's see, how far away are we? We are 5 away on the jersey break. We are 6 away in Mr. January number 2. We have all 8 slots in the next quad, guys. If you want to keep rolling with those mini quads, fill that up.
Scott said box 18.
Box 18. Thank you very much, Scott. Box 18 is going off the ticker, and I'm going to bring it for you. Sweet. All right, box 18. Scott Thompson. Let's see if he's still hot. In Hurricane Ditka. Oh, 18. Right at the top, Steven. Perfect placement. Box 18. Couldn't ask for better placement. All right. Take the randomizer. Put it up on the screen. Let's see what we got on our divisions. All right, we're going 7 times on the randomizer. Hurricane Ditka. We are not that deep in this series. We have a whole bunch of headliners still out there in Hurricane Ditka. I love that Marshall Faulk. That would be a good hit in the NFC West. 7 times on our divisions. This is pretty cool. Scott Thompson has his favorite division. The Chiefs fan like myself out in the AFC West. Scott, you've also got the AFC East and NFC East. Jacob Ronning, you're in the NFC North. Mike Ditka Flash. The name, who the series is named after, Michael Livingston, NFC South. Jeremy Field, NFC West. Kevin Cantner, AFC North, which is what, Ray Lewis in there. And Swim Roberts, AFC South. Let's go. Hurricane Ditka. First Hurricane Ditka break of the day. First of many, I hope. These are full-size authentics, guys. These are some pretty good helmets, I've got to say. Speaking of good helmets, we got a 4-time Super Bowl champ, pro and college football Hall of Famer, 8-time Pro Bowler, Hall of Fame 88, Jack Hamm, one of the best linebackers in NFL history with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Kevin Cantner is still hot. He's got himself a Jack Hamm. Nice hit, Kevin. AFC North, Jack Hamm. Kevin had 1 spot in there. You know what it is, Steven. All it takes is 1 to win. Jack Hamm. All right. Hurricane Ditka number 1 in the books. Kevin Cantner getting himself another win.
We're 2 away on spanning through time.
All right, 2 away, Caden. We're closing in. We'll make that happen.
Also, we have not got any traction on
the quad. Okay, why don't we, right now, real fast, make it a double.
Okay.
Let's move it down to a double. Maybe that'll help people get some orders in there. Give a lot of different people a shot to enter. So we're dropping that Hands Team Mini Helmet Series from a quad to a double, guys, because we haven't gotten any orders in that one in the last 10 minutes. So from $78, it'll go down to $39. We are happy to reevaluate and go back to a quad at any time if you guys request it and fill it. But it's simply not filling at the moment, unfortunately. Speaking of filling, our closest break at the moment is Spanning Through Time. We have 2 slots remaining in that one. 6 left in Mr. January. And then we have everything else is pretty open. So now's the time to hop in and get some orders. Guys, I want to make you guys aware of Mr. January. This is the new series that we dropped. We pulled Antonio Gates, but we still have a Dwight Freeney flash, one of the best defensive linemen of all time. We have Stephon Diggs flash, led the league in receiving yards last season. We've got Jalen Ramsey on the Lunar, the great corner. Devontae Adams on the Lunar. Sean Alexander on the Lunar. Lawrence Taylor, the great linebacker, on a flash. Man, we have Terrell Suggs. T-Sizzle, they call him. Another one of the great defensive linemen in that series. So Mr. January would be a great series to rock and roll on. Fresh series. Just got posted last night, Steven. Very few things have come out of Mr. January. And I'll tell you this also about Mr. January. We have a really good list of non-headliners in that series. We got Tyreek Hill in here, Scott Thompson. I know you're a Tyreek Hill fan. Brian Dawkins, Matthew Kerr if he's watching, Edgerrin James, and Dallas Clark for the Perrine family. Fred Taylor, and we got Mike Singletary. I'm a huge Mike Singletary fan, one of the best linebackers of all time. Maybe Colton Bicker likes that one. He's a Bears fan. Then Jamal Charles, second all-time in career yards per carry among running backs. Another hit for Scott Thompson. So let's get rolling on Mr. January. That's one that I would love to do today for sure. I'm cut off on buying for now, says Katrina. Katrina spent a whole bunch of money chasing Dwight Freeney. At least we got a Robert Mathis, though. That was the positive. She did get Robert Mathis. And Scott Thompson is going to trade her Dwight Freeney or send it to her for money. I'm not sure what you guys worked out amongst yourselves, but Scott Thompson's doing the crying, laughing face emoji. Yeah. That was quite a run that Katrina went on with her personals. But we appreciate it, and we're happy that Scott Thompson will send you the item that you want. 2 away in Spanning Through Time. I mentioned that Maurice Jones-Drew jersey looks pretty sick. Look at this jersey, Steven. Throw it on the randomizer for you to take a look at. Doesn't that look sick? That's out there. Maurice Jones-Drew, Pocket Hercules.
Yeah, I love their colors.
I've sold a few, so it's all good. Who needs some full-size helmets? LOL, says Katrina. Everyone's always looking for some full-size helmets. I know Katrina has the Terrell Suggs. That might be one that people want.
All right, we're going to have Spanning Through Time.
Excellent. Who closed us out? Was it Tyson?
Nope, Mr. Charles Peavy.
Oh, Peavy House in the house. Charles, glad to have you in here, Charlie. Hope you and your daughter, Audrey, are having a great time. She's probably in school. Might not be watching today, but maybe let her know on that. I need that Diggs jersey, said Scott Thompson. Okay, Scott. Is Scott in this break?
Yes, he is.
All right, Scott is in this break. Scott is looking for that Diggs jersey. That is the AFC East. Maurice Jones-Drew is the AFC South. So I'm going to go.
For you, whenever you're ready.
All right, it's ready for me. We do need a box number. So let's. Oh, sold already, says Katrina. All right, Katrina already sold the T-Sizzle. All right, there you go. Let's see. Spanning Through Time, we've got 32, 36, 39, 40, 41, and 42. If we can get a box number on Spanning Through Time. And Steven, let's see. You know, my goal for each show is to break for the cycle, do 1 break of each. The only break we haven't done is all the small things. We have 7 slots remaining in all the small things. Dad bought it. Okay. So James Capel's her break room dad at least.
There you go, yeah.
So, what's up, guys? Just closed out the jerseys. Charlie, we're having a great time in the break room today. We dropped the Hands Team minis. We're still looking for Jerry Rice, Jamar Chase, and company. And we've been talking football, talking playoffs, who everyone thinks is going to win the Super Bowl. Steven and I are kind of boring with our Chiefs and Bucks prediction for the Super Bowl.
That's not my bold, ballsy prediction, though.
What's the bold
Bengals.
one? Packers, Bengals. I don't think the Packers is very bold, but I think the Bengals is kind of bold.
I said Packers winning it all, though.
Packers winning it all. Okay, so Bengals haven't won a playoff game in 30 years. It is tied for the 4th longest drought. tied for the longest active drought. So I would like to see the Bengals win at least one game. I do think they get it done at home against the Raiders, who have went on quite the run, but I think that Raider magic is close to coming to an end. Dave is not here today. Is there a message you would like to relay to him? He is working from home today, so we will check his emails if you send them an email. Can we get a box number, by the way, guys? Box number 45. Scott Thompson and I are thinking along the same lines. You know what, Scott? I'm sorry. We don't have 45 up on the ticker. I will put 45 next
42.
time. 42. Okay, so I'll take 42 off, and then we'll have 45 coming up soon. We could leave a note, Katrina. We'll leave him a note, maybe shoot him a text, and he'll take care of you.
We will do that for you, Quad.
She's back from Facebook. She's on Twitch now with the Quadrina. We had 42. There's 42. Jackie Robinson. Guys, I'm loving chatting with you. Definitely would like to stay on a whole lot longer. Definitely want to stay on past the 2 o'clock hour, but we are pretty slow on orders. So if you guys want to keep the show going, hop to the break page and get some orders. I'm not going to hit you with the last call yet because I'm looking to stay on for much longer, but we do got to get rolling with some orders if you want to keep going on the show. We've been pretty quiet on orders since the 1 o'clock hour hit, but I know a lot of you are probably just getting off lunch breaks, etc. I know
Sean's got a question about the Dutch.
Okay.
Where are we at on it? What are we?
We'll lower the Dutch. Okay, let me get this break done, Sean, and then we'll reassess on the Dutch. But you know what, Steven? Let me see. I'll talk and work. The Dutch is at what?
380.
380. Let's make it 330. How does that sound?
Okay.
We'll make it 330. Lower that price a little bit for you, Sean. $330 on the Jason Taylor full-size authentic. Thank you for reminding me. All right, we've got Scott Thompson. He's got the NFC North. Colton Bicker, NFC South. Charles Peavyhouse, NFC East. Scott Thompson has the West in the NFC and the AFC North. Caden Chisholm in the AFC South, which, by the way, Caden, we do have a Maurice Jones-Drew jersey out there. AFC East is Charles Peavyhouse. That's where Stephon Diggs is hanging out. And AFC West is Michael Livingston. Spanning through time number 1. Let's do this. She likes to switch it up to confuse people. I like that. Don't pull the Diggs, says Scott Thompson. All right, Scott. Ask and you shall receive. This is not Stephon Diggs. You might like this guy, though. I know you're a Chiefs fan. We got Christian Okoye. Led the NFL in rushing yards in 1989. Fullback, running back type. They call him the Nigerian Nightmare. One of the best nicknames in sports. Christian Okoye. 35 on the Chiefs. Got that retro black jersey here. That is Michael Livingston out in the AFC West. Congratulations, Michael. You're taking home Christian Okoye signed autographed jersey, the Nigerian Nightmare. Boy, that's a good series for nicknames. We got Pocket Hercules with the Jags, and we got Christian Okoye with the Chiefs. Very nice hit, Michael. Oh, nice. Love the Nightmare. Good hit for Michael indeed. Sean, you don't want that Dutch. You want my rep, says Katrina. Maybe he wants both. You might want both.
If Sean had infinite money, I feel like he would take both without hesitation.
Yeah, Sean, we got to get you the Powerball.
Yeah, exactly.
Win some money to spend.
It's not an either or thing. See, he doesn't know if he can do reps. Katrina.
He wants the whole thing.
Katrina, you don't understand what this man does. He wears these helmets to games so people can smack him on the head.
Yeah, he wants this helmet. He wants to wear it.
A helmet to protect himself.
That's right. Because who knows what Sean is saying out there at Dolphin games? He's got to have a helmet ready.
I would love to go to a Dolphins game with Sean.
I think
it would be a wild time.
I think it would be a great time. Sean, maybe if we ever hit up Miami, Steven and I will come to a Dolphins game with you. Maybe Dolphins Patriots.
Is he from Miami?
Are you from Miami, Sean? Or is he just a Miami fan?
That's very possible.
Okoye. Nice. That's it, Michael. And you want my mini, Sean? He does want that Taylor mini. Okay.
Katrina, if you showed me your collection, I'm sure there's a mini or two I wouldn't mind snagging off you.
Oh, she's got a sick collection. And she probably
wouldn't be Colts. I wouldn't.
yeah,
be Colts,
just the other stuff.
Your non-Colts items.
She probably has a Lawrence Taylor that she wants to send to people because I know the whole family has a whole bunch of Lawrence Taylor. So, all right, guys, we are wide open on the break page. We have 8 slots or 10 slots on everything except for 6 slots in Mr. January and 7 slots in all the small things. We're going to stay on until at least 1:40. I'll give you guys plenty of time, 13 minutes to fill up some orders. It is the 13-minute deadline, so we'll give you guys 13 minutes. We get within 2 to 3 slots, we'll keep ripping. We'll keep the show going. If we don't get any orders in the next 13 minutes, that'll be the afternoon show. I'll be back here tonight breaking. Mike will be producing, but giving you guys the good old 13-minute warning. Don't want to do a preemptive last call because I want to stay on here and give you guys plenty of opportunity to get some orders. Just take the black plastic piece out and you can wear it, Sean.
Yeah, but it's not as sturdy. It doesn't feel as solid, okay? If someone hits me in the head and I'm wearing this, I don't feel it.
All right. Well, Sean's man crush is Dan Marino.
We've had Dan Marino in here before, so don't, just save your coins.
All right, so here's the deal. Since I like Sean and Sean is so nice, again, I want to stay on a whole lot longer. I would like to be here past 2 o'clock, Steven. Let's make it happen. But I am going to go ahead and lower this Dutch to its rock bottom price because I want Sean to get himself a deal. I know how much he wants this. Sean, we're going to lower this Dutch all the way down to $290. It is a full-size authentic $290. It's as low as we'll go. It's in perfect shape. Just a little slice across the top of the helmet at the factory. Beautiful looking signature. 7th all-time in career sacks. 5th all-time in career fumbles. I mean, there's literally no issues with this. You display this bad boy at your house. No one is going to notice that little thing up top. And you wear this thing, no one's going to notice that either. So it's a beautiful helmet.
Just notice the autograph that you're wearing it with.
Yeah, they'll be like, why are you wearing an autographed helmet? Sean's like, I do how I do. Steven, I played with my autographed Joe Creedy baseball glove back in the day. So people can do as they wish. It is great. It is great.
Old when you do that, though, with Joe Creedy compared to
yeah, that's
Taylor.
True. You're killing me, Katrina, says Sean. You're killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. Love that movie. I'm going to drop our closest break. I can with you, bro. You're killing me. I'm going to Vegas on Sunday, and you lower the Finns helmet to that price. It's a good price. It's the cheapest price you'll get, Sean.
You'll make your money back in Vegas. I believe in you.
I will not be dropping a Finns helmet tonight, Sean. My plan for tonight is to run a Deion Sanders Flash replica as the Dutch. So this is the shot to get this Dutch. You don't get this, someone else might get this another day.
Yeah, Quad, but Katrina, you might have something on that list.
Okay, so everything on our list is from UA, so you know it's legit. Katrina, thank you very much. All our stuff is fully legit. You know what else is legit? The Mr. January Helmet series. I just dropped it in the link. That is our closest series. We have 6 slots remaining in Mr. January. Let's fill that bad boy up.
She's got more she hasn't uploaded yet.
She's got a lot. Multisports Lab is our chase today, by the way. So everyone who is in a multisport break will have a chase to spin the wheel at the end of the show. Or Steven will spin the wheel, and you might get yourself some UA cash. Oh, that list is already in there. Steven's doing some work today. He's got that list already ready for me. Thank you, Steven.
Quatrina, is there anything that's inscribed on that Ricky Williams Dolphins 16x20 photo?
Ooh.
Is there anything additional inscribed? He said I wear my lives to Zoom meetings.
Okay.
That's actually pretty hilarious.
That is awesome, Steve Boss.
That makes more sense.
That is actually really, really baller. That is a baller move, wearing your lids to Zoom meetings. I'm going to make a couple people aware. I know we had several people hop in after the 1 o'clock hour. In case you guys missed it, we did drop this Hands Team Mini series. It's brand new. We pulled the worst headliner, Kenny Galladay, but we still have Jamar Chase, 4th in the NFL in receiving yards this year. Devontae Adams, he was 1st, I believe, in receiving touchdowns last year. Andre Johnson, 11th all-time in career receiving yards on an AMP. We have Jerry Rice, the GOAT, the most receiving yards and receiving touchdowns in here. Stephon Diggs led the league in receiving yards last year. Justin Jefferson, most receiving yards in the first 2 seasons of his career. Tyreek Hill, the speediest receiver in the game, Cheetah. So that's the Hands Team Mini. We just dropped this series today. We've only pulled Kenny Galladay. So all the other good headliners are still out there. So that's a good break to hop in now. A good break to hop in for some orders for the night show. Even if it doesn't fill up on this show, we'll break that tonight. Another one, the Mr. January series. I got to mention this again. This is another series we just dropped. We have Dwight Freeney Flash in this series. We have Stephon Diggs Flash, Devontae Adams Lunar, Jalen Ramsey Lunar, Sean Alexander Lunar, Lawrence Taylor Flash, and Terrell Suggs Lunar. So those are brand new series. Nothing good has been pulled out of any of those. So those are series to hop in on.
Oh my goodness, Quadrina, you got quite the collection.
What's the best thing she has in there, Steven?
It's all like what you preference. I mean, she's got a full-size AJ Brown Titans Authentic. She's got a Brandon Jacobs Giants Eclipse.
That's interesting. Maybe
it's an interesting one. Yeah, it's not her best one, but it's an interesting one.
Sure.
That Terrell Suggs, I'm guessing Ravens Lunar was sold. You got Jim Kelly jersey.
Ooh.
Couple Donovan McNabbs. Lunar or Eclipse mini helmet, your choice.
Ooh.
Patrick Queen of the Ravens, a Jamal Lewis on the Ravens.
We have Jamal Lewis in the break room a lot.
Yes.
We have a whole bunch of Jamal Lewis in here for Jamal Lewis fans.
Jamal Anderson, Andre Rison, Michael Vick, a Ty Law Patriots Lunar that I am curious about. Oh, no inscription. That's a mood killer. That's a mood killer.
Katrina, did you see what Kevin Cantner won in our break room? Kevin Cantner won this Robert Mathis Mini, Katrina. This was a win by Kevin Cantner in our series, the Hands Team Mini series. We have Robert Mathis, the all-time leader in forced fumbles. That was a pretty nice hit in that series.
What did you win the AJ Brown full-size authentic for? What price did you win it for?
We had an AJ Brown full-size authentic dual signed with DK Metcalf in our Wheel of Winning series in here. So let me show you guys a few other nice hits we had today in the Hands Team Mini. How about this one, Steven? Look at this hit we had in our Hands Team Mini series. Look at this one. We had Ty Law coming out today. Look at this guy. That's a hit right there. Ty Law. That's one of the better hits we had in the early show so far.
That is a good picture. Do love that picture.
Guys, let's hop in the break page and fill up some orders.
All right, Katrina, we'll be talking through email, all right?
All right, Steven and Katrina will keep rolling and rocking on emails.
He said $1. I know you did not pay no dollar and won that AJ Brown authentic full size.
It's quite the bargain, if you ask me.
Because I'll give you double your money back. I'll pay $2 for it.
Sean Alcaraz, if you're watching again.
I'll give you.
Did you lower that Dutch, by the way, Steven?
Should have registered.
Still showing up as $330 on my end.
That's what you put it down to.
$290. We'll get it to the $290.
Oh, okay.
Rock bottom price on that, $290.
Oh, there you go.
Any interest out there for trades? Bob's got a Chris Johnson, AJ Green, Miles Sanders, Dante Hall, Willie McGinnis, and Cole Beasley. All of those he's looking to trade. We are going rock bottom price, Sean. If you're watching, Steven's going to drop at another $40. $290. That's as low as we'll go on that full-size authentic Jason Taylor. We will not go any lower than that. It's definitely worth it. It's a full-size authentic, $290 with the signature. It's one of the best Dutches we've ever had in the sense that there's nothing wrong with it. Just a little box cutter slice at the top of the helmet. That's it. Otherwise, it's perfect. So that is yours for $290 smackaroons.
Is anything available, Quadrina, in the Colts collection?
I doubt it.
I mean, if it's a double of something, that's more my question.
Well, there you go. Katrina won it in a break that was like $15 a spot when she was buying all 10 spots.
Oh, there you go.
I like that, Katrina. I like that.
I'd like the Quiddy Pay speed rev.
A little Quiddy Pay action.
No, Jonathan Taylor. I like Jonathan Taylor a lot.
All right, guys. While we wait to hopefully fill up some breaks, here in the next few minutes, I'll throw out a final question for you guys. Who does everyone have winning the Super Bowl? Hit me with your Super Bowl winners. We talked about it earlier in the show, but I know some new folks filtered in. Give us your Super Bowl picks. Let us know what series you'd like to play. If there's something you want to play, say it out in the universe. Maybe someone else wants to play that and it helps keep us going. But we haven't had any orders in the last 15 minutes or so. So giving you guys a last call for orders. And hit me with your Super Bowl champ picks. Because once the playoffs start, we'll know who had the OG predictions. So last call for orders. Last call for Super Bowl picks. We'll stay on another 3 to 4 minutes on the orders. We get to within 2 or 3 slots remaining. We will break that on the air. We are going to go top spot chase at 142, Steven.
All right.
And if we fill up some orders before that and during it, we're happy to break it live on the air.
I would love a University of Wisconsin-Madison bid.
With Jonathan Taylor on Wisconsin.
I would pay top dollar for that.
Chris Roberts is rolling Cowboys Bills. We know he's picking the Cowboys to win it all. That would be a fun Super Bowl. We can have Trayvon Diggs match up against Stephon Diggs, the two brothers going mano a mano. Trayvon guarding Stephon Diggs. That would be quite the showdown. I can tell you the Diggs family will be very happy with that Super Bowl.
And Aiden Diggs.
Yes. Is that the kid?
That's Trayvon's kid.
Yeah, he went viral on the internet. He's a cute kid.
Is that Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That is really cool, Bob. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor, Wisconsin. That sounds like an item. I think Katrina maybe got a Jonathan Taylor Dutch, I believe. So, cool. All right, guys. Let's hop in, get some orders. Let's get close to some breaks. I'm happy to do those breaks this show. Otherwise, all these orders that didn't fill up are going to carry over to the night show. I'll be breaking tonight at 7. Mike will be producing. Steven's going to the Bulls game. Bulls and Nets. That'll be fun, Steven.
For a late night
9 p.m. start.
Event.
Yeah. Bulls and Nets. Are they top 2 seeds in the East, I believe?
Bulls have a 2.5 game lead.
2.5 game lead.
The Bulls are so kind and gracious since they got their game flexed to 9 o'clock. But from 7:30 to 9 at the United Center, it's half off food and drink.
Okay, so you got to get there at 7:30.
I'm getting there as early as possible, and we're partying.
That's right. Let's
go. It's
go.
A great time.
It's going to be a great time. I'm jealous. That's quite the game tonight.
I know. I'm super excited. I've never seen Kevin Durant. I've seen pretty much everybody but Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I saw Kevin Durant at the UC when he was with the Warriors, and actually he played really bad that game. It was Steph and Clay, the Splash Brothers, dropping threes left and right.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Katrina, let's hear a funny story about your very first autographed helmet. We'll hear Katrina's story, and then after that story is done, we're going to head to the top spot chase. And then hopefully by then we'll fill up some breaks and keep the show rolling. Happy to be here until 3 o'clock if you guys want to be here. But we do got to get moving on the orders. Okay, so when Katrina was in middle school, they had to write a letter to someone famous.
All right.
I wrote to Irsay, Jim Irsay. That's the Colts owner.
Understandable.
Oh, did he get you tickets to a game? So did a couple boys in the class. And he probably answered just Katrina because she was the girl.
I hope so.
That'd be cool. They got him Harbaugh signed jerseys.
Nice.
Okay. That's
Jim
pretty
Harbaugh
cool.
signed jerseys. Okay.
Jim Harbaugh, I like it. Hopefully he's the Bears' next coach. That's what I would like. I'm pulling for Jim Harbaugh coming out of Michigan, go back to the Bears, where he played with the Bears and the Colts. You got some stupid booklet that said when the games were in BS. Katrina, that's terrible. Jim Irsay just went down in my book. Boo, Jim. Boo, Jim. He was embarrassed to open it in front of everyone because hers was bad. That's terrible, Jim Irsay. Not cool, brah. Not cool.
Jim, that's not how you treat your fans.
Irsay can't be a witness in court because they won't admit Irsay evidence, says Bob. So I wrote back telling him how it was sexist. I'm guessing you didn't get a reply back,
Yeah,
Katrina.
that's
That is literally sexist.
Yeah.
It is literally sexist. Jim Irsay, not cool, brah. Not cool.
Well, he could have been going through a dark time during those times, which has been known with him.
Oh, there you go. Katrina ended up winning. After school was out, she got a full-size signed helmet by a bunch of players with an apology letter sent to her house.
Nice.
There you go, Katrina, standing up for yourself.
See?
And getting yourself a lot of value. That is really, really cool. I like that. That is an awesome story, Katrina. I'm happy for you. And ended up working out in the end.
All right. We're going to spin the wheel.
Yeah, we are going to spin the wheel. We're going top spot chase. This is our list of names, guys. I'm going to throw you in the randomizer. A name at the top after 7 clicks. You've got yourself a shot for some UA cash. We fill out some orders while we do this. We get within 4 slots or less. We'll stay on a little longer. We're currently at least 6 away in everything. So now's the time to hop to the break page. This is the last call for orders. Larry Rossland, top spot. Larry, if you're in here, Larry Rossland, let us know what number you want us to start on. Otherwise, Steven will start on number 1.
I'm going to start on 8.
On 8?
Mm-hmm.
My lucky number?
Yeah.
All right.
It worked for Mr. James Kilborn yesterday.
Yeah, we started on 8 and got himself 99. Big money Larry here, says Chris. 38. Okay, so Larry wants to go with 38. All right, we'll go with Larry's number. 38. Larry's still in here. Thank you so much for watching, Larry. Keeping your eyes tuned to things. Steven, go ahead and spin that wheel.
All right.
Let's see it. This is big. Pretty big.
Could be a good amount. 65.
65
Going to
UA
Larry.
cash. Does Steven need help? Steven's got it, Chris.
Going to Larry.
65 UA cash. We'll get that in your account, Larry, as soon as we get off the air here. Thank you so much for everyone joining us in the UA live break room. We had a good show, pulled some good hits. This Dutch is still up there, Sean Alcaraz, if you want to snap it up. $290, full-size authentic. Jason Taylor, as low as we'll go on that one. I'll be back tonight breaking. We are dropping the loaded dice tonight, Steven. Loaded dice. We're going to drop that. Thanks, guys, says Larry. So we'll have the loaded dice, and we'll have the Hands Team Mini to go. I kind of told you guys about this already, but the Hands Team Mini is pretty sick. We got Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams, Andre Johnson, Justin Jefferson, Stephon Diggs, Jerry Rice, Tyreek Hill, all out there. So let's chase those guys tonight. We're going to have a great show tonight at 7 o'clock Central Time. I'll be breaking. Mike will be producing. Steven will be eating food at the Bears game or Bulls game, and then watching the Bulls hopefully get a dub against the Nets. That'll be a fun game for you, Steven. You're back. Are you back? When are you back next?
Tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow.
Steven will be back tomorrow.
Yep.
Do you produce the noon show?
Mm-hmm.
Steven will be producing the noon show. I'll be back tonight at 7 o'clock Central Time breaking. Steven and I will be back together Sunday at 8 o'clock Central Time. The Sunday night show has been straight fire lately, so looking forward to all of that. I hate and love you both at the same time, says Sean.
I get that a lot, Sean.
Okay.
That makes sense.
So that'll be good. Have an excellent, excellent day, everyone. We will see you back tonight at 7 o'clock Central Time. Have a good one.
See ya.
Thank you for breaking with Ultimate Autographs in the UA Live Break Room. If you had an awesome time, you can join us again every day. We are live breaking certified sports memorabilia at noon and 7 p.m. Central Time every weekday, and 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. Central Time on the weekends. As a reminder, if you purchased a spot in a break that did not fill, your spot will transfer to the next UA Live Breaks broadcast. Lastly, if you earned UA cash today, the funds will be added to your account in 24 hours. Thanks again for breaking with Ultimate Autographs. We hope to see you again